Mainly, it teaches students basic syntax, as Turing can teach you how to write other statements for other languages too. Therefore, Turing is the best source for beginners to be introduced to programming. Here's a screenshot for the syntax of Turing. This is an hello world statement. Basically, what's happening is that we are using put as a print method, so the output is hello world. Object-oriented Turing is an upgraded version of Turing. It was developed by Rick Holt in 1991 at the University of Toronto. The difference was that it was object-oriented, which made the codes function faster and easily. Like Turing, it was also made from Microsoft's operating system. Another version of Turing was made in 1987 in University of Toronto, called Turing Plus. A major feature of Turing Plus was that it gives better machine code and controlled access to machines. Java programming language, a language that was designed and developed by James Gosling, who is a Canadian computer scientist. Java works on almost all operating systems. It was developed in 1995 at Sun Microsystems and acquired by Oracle. Now let's take a look at the major uses of Java. Java is a multi-purpose programming language. It has many uses. Firstly, it's a language used for any type of Android or Apple development, which will include making many different types of apps, native apps, mobile web apps, and or hybrid apps. Secondly, it's used for server-side scripting, meaning to create responses for all types of input of a user on a website. Thirdly, it could be used to create desktop, mobile, or numerical computing. This means to create software for desktop and mobile, as well as the software for numerical analysis, for enterprise or other purposes. Lastly, Java could also be used to create an applet, which is a designed small app for websites as a part of web development. Therefore, Java is a very widely used programming language, as it can be used for many purposes. Here's a screenshot for the syntax of Java. The name of the method is process data. Here, public means it's visible to everybody, and void means it returns nothing. There's a do-by loop, which means while the condition has more data is true, do the thing inside the loop. So the code is taking data and storing it, and if the data is less than 0, the code will do performance operation 1, and if it's equal or more than 0, the code will do performance operation 2. Java is a language that is not only better than languages of 70s to 80s, it's a language which is better than language of the 90s too. Java is proven to be secure than other languages due to its compiler which catches errors quicker than other languages. Moreover, Java is a language which is easier to write as well as machine independent. Therefore, Java is the most preferred language as it's way better than other programming languages. Now, let's see some facts. The logic for programming C's name was that there was a previous language that wasn't as good as what languages are now, and it was named B, so alphabetically it was named C. The name was originally given in 1972 when it released. The original name of C++ was C with classes. This was because it had classes, a concept of data structures in programming. The name was changed in 1998 when released because plus was the operator of C for gaining a variable. Some facts on Turing. Turing was named after Alan Turing, who was a British computer scientist and played a key role in winning World War II and ending it from his knowledge on computers. Therefore, he's called the father of computer science. Some facts on Java. Java's original name was Oak, but it changed as there was already a computer in the market named Oak. In Java, final means it's not final yet. Java is the second most popular language after C, whereas it's the most popular user interface with 3 billion mobiles operating on Java software. Now let's talk about some other related languages from the 1980s to 1990s. Some other languages include C#, Python, Perl, PHP, Objective-C, and JavaScript, and many more. Bibliography. Here are all the sources that I've used for this presentation. Overall, there's always newer and newer versions of programming languages that are always coming out, and they're always interconnected, as they learn from each other so they can understand how to improve. Coming to the end, I hope you enjoyed and liked my video on high-level programming languages, and I'm sure you learned something new today, which you will always remember me for. Hope to see a good mark!